Hi everybody, good evening. I'm so sorry for the delay. I know you guys had been waiting for what, say about 10 odd minutes. Well, I should at least say 10 times sorry before we begin because that's the right way to do it, isn't it? Time is of essence and I'm clearly not keeping up to that. Any which ways, before we begin, please just give me a very quick heads up onto my audibility. Can you all hear me? आप सबको मेरी आवाज आ रही है कि नहीं? So I will just go to the chat box and come back. And if you can hear me and see me visibly and clearly, please just do write in the chat box so that I know all is taken care of and that we can begin. हम लोग start कर सकते हैं. So just one sneak peek is all I'm going to do. In the meantime, please do the honors of writing it in the chat box. Okay, all right. Now that y'all can hear me, let us begin with what I have. So, unlike all the other strategy videos, I thought maybe ना थोड़ा सा twist करके let's just try and understand where are we in terms of the preparation phase that we have. So, instead of giving the age old, now again, of course, a lot of things that I will even say today will remain the same, and it's going to be the same ritualistic चीजें. हर वो वही चीज रहेगी जो normally लोग बताते हैं because CLAT is no rocket science. कुछ चीजें बहुत patterned है, कुछ चीजें बहुत conventional है. Those are the kinds of things you will have to do because if you're not doing it, then maybe you are not in the right preparation track. But having said all of that, a lot of times just by knowing which level we are in and how much more do we have to advance, इससे भी बहुत ज़्यादा फर्क पड़ जाता है. So today what I've done is I've gotten you a title script literally that reads as CLAT Prep is a video game and what level are you on? So just like the video games, we keep playing and then we keep advancing every level. Let's just try and propose this idea wherein आपका पूरा का पूरा CLAT Prep भी एक video game है. And with every one phase that you qualify, you are leveling up. So we'll try and see what happens from the first mode until the last mode and how gradually can you climb the ladder. Clearly, just as in the video games, आप खेलते रहते लगातार. And it is only जब हम लगातार खेलते रहते हैं do we, begin to get somewhere. Or we become a champion in Mario or say, any of the Contra or any of the games that we have. How? By practice. And such is the way with CLAT as well. जब तक आप practice नहीं करोगे, you are not getting anywhere. So reading comprehensions आज नहीं हो रही, critical reasoning का passage आज नहीं हो रहा, कभी तो होगा. The pro tip over here is to keep practicing. The more you practice, the better you will get. Right? And with that, of course, let's see. We are going to be able to see how will we track our level, upgrade our game, and clearly in the end dominate the CLAT examination that we have. Starting with थोड़ा सा माहौल बना लेते हैं. So in the माहौल, of course, अगर if this prep was an entire game, what level would you be on? So just before we move any further, in your mind, I want all of you guys to keep yourself at a level and think that if there are 5 levels to CLAT, which level are you on? 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5? Of course, a lot of people might just be stuck in level 1, or maybe, some might have graduated, कुछ ने escalate कर लिया होगा, level 5 maybe. So let's break it down with some epic indicators, killer do's, and some really honest reality checks. So we are going to have some indicators. Introspect करना इस वीडियो के बाद और देखना आप किस level पे हो. Because once we know कि आप कौन से level पे हो, that's where you will be able to go forward, right? And in the end, of course, you will know the exact level where you are in, how far you are from the toppers, and what is it that you have to do to become the topper clearly. Let's begin. Now, this is just, this is more of a measure that we've used. So we have read in the entire video that I have, we have something which has been called the XP score range. This is the experience. It is the kind of experience that you have. Now, the XP score range has been from 0 to 100. That's the kind of range that we have. And we have simply divided it in terms of उसका characteristic trait क्या है. So अगर आप उस time stamp की या उस number stamp के बीच में हो, then this is what it is. This is a very important measure for you. This is going to be like your, footnote. You will need it because फिर आप समझ नहीं पाओगे what exactly. So हमारा जो भी experience rate है या range है. So it's going to be, if it is from 0 to 5, it means you barely started, it is time to boot up. Start करना ही पड़ेगा. अगर आप 6 to 20 में हो, which means you're doing the things but no clear path. That is कर तो रहे. किसी मेंटोर ने बोला है 4 पैसेज करो, कर तो रहे. किसी ने बोला है ये करो, कर तो रहे, but there is no clarity. You're not going anywhere with this. We then have 21 to 45, which is you've got the momentum and some strategy. कुछ चीजें सही है, कुछ चीजें अभी भी थोड़ी सी हेवायर चल रही है, उनको वापस से स्ट्रीमलाइन करना है. 46 to 75 is your mock smart, strategy focused and agile. That means you're ready to learn, you're ready to change, patterns, you're ready to try newer stunts. And ultimately, if you are within the experience range of 76 to 100, you're at the top level, you're already a top level performer, and you are ready for the day. So when we go level wise, this measure or this scale will be very important for you to know. And with that, let us start. The first level is what I call the tutorial rookie. Rookies are newbies. They're still trying their game. They're still trying to figure out what works for them and maybe what does not. So let's see. You are nothing but the lost wanderer. You're lost and you're just wandering. पता नहीं क्या कर रहे, कहाँ कर रहे, but वैसा चल रहा है. How do we know कि this is our phase? We haven't read even one full editorial yet. अभी तक में एक पूरा पेज पढ़ा ही नहीं है हमने. Don't know the exact CLAT paper pattern. So कभी CLAT का previous PYP नहीं देखा है. Haven't given any mock or gave one and swore never to give again. अभी तक एक भी नहीं दिया है. Thinking अभी ready होंगे तो देंगे, या एक दिया है और इतने खराब नंबर आ गए कि सोच ले कि अब आगे नहीं देना हमको. GK, I will start tomorrow. Promise. You are a procrastination king. आप हर बार बोलोगे कि हाँ ठीक है हम कल स्टार्ट करते हैं इसको. राइट नाउ क्लियरली अगर ये आपके है तो आपका XP स्कोर है 0 to 5. गो बैक टू द प्रीवियस पेज टू नो व्हाट इट इज. एंड ऑफ कोर्स हमारा मॉक स्कोर जो होगा वो इस समय कितना होगा, 30 out of 120 or anything under 30 that is going to be there. Now it's okay, you are at a level, at least you are at a level, unlike some who are not even at level 0. So it's okay, you just have to go up the climb. So what are the kinds of things that you are expected to do? Starting with read one editorial a day. Hindu, Indian Express, Live Mint, चाहे जो भी हो, consciously पढ़ो, डट के पढ़ो. Be adamant and stubborn about it कि नहीं ये तो पढ़ना ही पढ़ना है मुझे. Watch a video breaking down the CLAT 2025 syllabus for you. किसी भी एक channel से. There's no dearth of syllabus breakdowns. Watch it. You need to know what you are preparing for. Create a prep log. Write about what you're going to study every day. एक prep log होना चाहिए जहाँ पे आप सारे topics लिखोगे and each and every topic that you keep studying, tick. You need that because you need a map to begin with. And take one free mock this week just to face the beast. And mocks in 8 hours. Start. On every Sunday we have a mock. You all know of this. ये तो देना ही देना है और इसके साथ कोई negotiation नहीं होना है. So you cannot in any way discount yourself from giving the mock. So some motivational idea that we have, you're not behind, you're just in the tutorial. But guess what? Tutorials end, so should your confusion, and that will only end जब आप एक PYP देख लोगे और आपको real time मिल जाएगा क्योंकि this is what I am gearing up for. The next level that I have, I like to call this the button smasher. जैसे बटन को नहीं वीडियो गेम में पूरा टाइम ऐसे स्मैश करते रहते, खेलना नहीं आ रहा है अभी, स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं आ रही, बट हाँ एटलीस्ट वी आर इन इट. So here your avatar looks like you're a random solver. आप सॉल्व कर रहे हो रैंडमली, तो कोई क्लियर कट डायरेक्शन नहीं है, बट हाँ इधर से सुना, cooked up your own recipe and that is what we're doing. Signs that you're here. You're solving 20 to 30 questions daily but zero analysis. Question solve कर रहे हो but analysis नहीं कर रहे हो आप उसका. You're watching GK reels but not making notes. You're watching the videos, you're watching all of that, but it's only audio. There is no script. There is no documentation of the audio that is happening. Legal section में wild guesses ले रहे हैं, पढ़ रहे हैं, समझ रहे हैं, but लॉजिक ना यूज करके, अपने आप को प्रोब ना करके कि ओके व्हाई एम आई यूजिंग दिस एज अ लॉजिक, आप बस उस पे गेस करो या ये ठीक लग रहा है. दिस इज व्हाट इट इज. यू फील लाइक आई स्टडी अ लॉट बट डोंट रिमेंबर एनीथिंग, बट एंड देन यू बिगिन टू क्रिब अबाउट इट. बार बार परेशान होते हैं क्या इतना जीके पढ़ रहे देखो कुछ याद ही नहीं हो रहा है, एंड वी टेंड टू गेट मोर फ्रस्ट्रेटेड इन दिस. Clearly आपका जो XP score है, it is going to be anywhere between 6 to 20. Please refer to the previous slide. You will know where we are. And mock range हमारा कितना होगा, 30 से 55 के बीच में, between 30 to 55 only. Now, if you are in this mode, what are you to do? Let's look at the don'ts. Make a mistake tracker. एक mistake tracker रखो, error log जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं. Every wrong mock answer goes in it. लिखो, भरो उसको. वो कॉपी खाली थोड़ी जानी है. and that copy is the only truest reflection of your performance, so please utilize it very wisely. Revise weekly GK notes every Sunday, not date wise, theme wise. प्लीज मेक श्योर ये नहीं कि अच्छा इस दिन ये पढ़ा इसको करना है, एक टॉपिक लिया उस टॉपिक में जितना आता है करो. So nobody is saying कि burden yourself with 100 topics, but study 5, but study those 5 through and through. Set weekly goals. 5 CR passage, 2 RC passage, एक legal set, एक quants, इतना मैं daily करूंगा. Like that 7-day plan बना लो अपना कि क्या क्या करना है. And find one accountability partner. Prep is better in duo mode. Partners, that is having a friend alongside the preparation always works. Sometimes they can also be a source of motivation. किसी दिन लगता है आज पढ़ने का मन नहीं है, your friend will be like नहीं नहीं पढ़ेंगे. वो बात अलग है कि दोनों बोलेंगे चलो ठीक है नहीं पढ़ते. But when you have somebody, you're accountable. One can ask you कि क्यों इतना नहीं किया. Answering them is it feels a little embarrassing. So sometimes that can also help you push. So again, you're moving, but you're sprinting in circles. तो बोलते हैं ना we're chasing circles here. You are still in the same spot. And whenever you chase circles, it is a futile effort altogether. So it's very important कि हम लोग जो मेहनत कर रहे हैं, अब उस मेहनत से थोड़ा result भी आए. Let's see the next. I call this the strategy ninja. Right? So now, video game में हम लोग इस level पे आ गए. The third level, which is called the strategy ninja. What are you? You are a combo builder now. Combination builder हो आप. Right? कैसे पता चलेगा आप इस phase में हो? You are giving one mock per week, analyzing it also in detail. You're reading daily, your vocabulary is improving, you know where you go wrong. CR किया तो assumption हुआ कि GK हुआ कि confusion हुआ कि कोई trap option था. Legal CR RC strategy defined है, default में नहीं चल रही है. You know कि reading comprehension ऐसे approach करना है, पहले questions पढ़ने हैं या passage पढ़ना है, genre को कैसे देखना है, vocab कैसे tackle करनी है, question stems का requirement क्या है, you know. So it's not a default setting wherein आप intuition से काम कर रहे हो, अब आप थोड़ा strategy से काम कर रहे हो, right? Clearly आपका XP score 21 से 45 बन जाएगा and mock range आपके scores will be anywhere between 55 to 80. What are the kinds of things that you will have to do in this? First, time bound sectionals karo. Here maybe your accuracy is not as much as a problem as the time is now. So practice solving, say for example in 20 minutes flat, CR. 2 पैसेज उठाओ, 3 पैसेज उठाओ 20 मिनट में करने की, लाइक वट एवर इज अ कन्वीनियंट टाइम फ्रेम फॉर यू, वट एवर यू हैव डिसाइडेड कि हाँ मुझे सेक्शन में इतना टाइम देना है. नाउ बिल्ड अ वॉल्ट. Keep your best RCs, CR traps and notes ready for October, November. So by now you have to refine your material. You have to be saying that okay, this is my vault. यहाँ पे मैं अपने सारे essential notes को रखूंगा कि कभी मुझे कोई problem हो तो I can just fall back to it. Switch mock patterns. A-let करो. Sometimes, just to sharpen up the edge, kabhi maybe you can try, some other mocks that are there just to be able to see. Why? Because a lot of times with practice or with doing the same kind of mock, you get a little too comfortable. We want to push you out of the comfort zone, of course. And do one reattempt session per week. Redo any sectional or any mock जो सबसे ज़्यादा खराब हुआ है, जिसमें बिल्कुल नंबर नहीं आया, उसको redo करो after a span of 7 days and see better हुआ कि नहीं हुआ. Right? So you build your weapons. It is now time to clearly master them. Next, 4th level जो अपना है, we call it the boss fighter prep. Sorry. It's the CLAT commando. Now, how do we know we're here? We're giving 2+ mocks a week in a time-tracked analysis. Everything now is time-tracked. You're already tweaking your legal logic based on question type, so you know how to change. You're also changing patterns. You're also changing sequences. You revise vocab, legal terms in GK weekly. कुछ भी नहीं छूटता है. सब चीजें week wise बहुत ही sorted होती है. Your prep log has patterns and not random topics. आप उसमें देख रहे हो कि there is a graph of improvement. It's not just random things. XP score आपका 46 to 75 आ चुका है. Mock range आपका 80 से 95 तक पहुंच चुका है. क्या करेंगे? Bump it up करने के लिए इसको और ज्यादा. Start solving mocks in 120 minutes sharp, no breaks, 2 to 4. This is exactly the time you will begin. Stimulate test conditions every Sunday. हर Sunday mock नहीं हो तो करो, या Saturday pre-mocks करो, right? Stimulate करो, that is try and copy, try and exhibit the same situation. Switch to revision mode, 3 days of new and 2 days of old content. So in the week, because आपने already एक round पूरा syllabus अब almost कर लिया है, तो 3 days give it to recent topics, 3 days give it to the older ones because उनको भी तो नहीं भूलना है. And maintain your tracker sheet, what went wrong, where and why. It's very important to keep a maintained error log. And this is not about the effort anymore, it is about the strategy. Effort आपने मार लिए, अब आपके नंबर आ रहे हैं जो effort से आते हैं. अब 85 to 90 के बाद जो नंबर बढ़ता है ना, वो effort से नहीं बढ़ता, वो strategy से बढ़ता है. So you have to click it right in the paper. And the last level that we have, it's the game master. You are a ranker in the making. That's the avatar that you have. So let's see, how do we know? Our mocks are consistently 90 plus and the errors are micro level. Micro level मतलब हो सकता है एक genre उल्टा पुल्टा आ गया, या कभी भी किसी भी सेक्शन में बहुत डेविएशन नहीं होता है, +1 -1, that's it. We've built a GK archive by now, vocab log and reading comprehension summaries है हमारे पास, हमारा एक बहुत ही टाइट वॉल्ट तैयार है. You can teach legal CR or RC to someone else and they get it. So अगर आपके पास कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो आप अपने दोस्त को समझाओगे और उसको समझ में आ जाएगा आप लॉजिक क्या समझा रहे हो. So you've actually become a trainer yourself by now. And you've given at least 15 plus marks and can predict the CLAT pattern. You're like, okay, ये चीज मेरे CLAT पेपर में आएगी तो शायद मेरी फंस जाएगी, पर ये चीज तो मुझे बहुत अच्छे से आएगी. So your prediction point becomes on point. Your XP score gets 76 to 100. Clearly, you are between 95 to 105 and above, 115 and above. And you know for a fact that triple digit score तो चाहिए ही चाहिए ना हमको to be able to get through. Now, do's to sustain this. अब इसमें लेवल अप नहीं कर रहे हैं, अब इसको हम सस्टेन कर रहे हैं. क्या क्या करेंगे? फाइन ट्यून, फोकस ओनली ऑन वीक टाइप्स एंड स्पीड, बिकॉज एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी क्लियरली कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, स्पीड इज द प्रॉब्लम. स्पीड को हम लोग देखेंगे. रिव्यू एटलीस्ट योर लास्ट 10 मॉक्स, फाइंड रेकरिंग एरर टाइप्स. 10 मॉक को देखो और देखो कौन सी चीज है जो लगातार गलत होती जा रही है, उस पर स्पेसिफिकली काम करो. Add 30 minutes of stress relief daily, walk, music, meditation. Of course, this is for everybody, but somebody who's in this mode is already, running a very different race altogether. So mindfulness is very important. Build a D-Day kit, your final 15-day revision strategy. So by now, आपको अगर आप इस लेवल पे हो तो आपके पास छोटे छोटे फ्लैश कार्ड्स या छोटे स्निपेट नोट्स होने चाहिए जो आप 15 दिन पहले करोगे. So whatever you feel is important, start compiling them there. So you're ready for the final boss. You don't just run out of stamina before the final fight. That is what we want. So these are the 5 levels. I've given you indicators. Introspectancy आप कहाँ पे हो? Sometimes you could be somewhere between level 2 and level 3 or level 3 and level 4. You know what the expectation criteria is. You know where your mock score is. A lot of indicators highlight आप कहाँ पे हो और आपको कितना struggle करना है. Little small changes, big difference. That is how it is. 1% improvement per day. It will only take you 100 days to get 100% improvement. But only if you get into that stride and spirit of it. But if you keep taking this very lightly and thinking that, okay, I will do it, या ठीक है हो जाएगा, या 4 marks और देंगे, it is going to come along. No. We're sitting in June. We have just about 5 months. And 5 months can be an excellent make or a very ruthless break if you're not going to focus now. So please make sure that you do. Please figure out कौन से level पे है, and please do write in the comment box कि आप किस में हो. What I will do for you is, whichever mode you are in and whatever be the specific problem that you've understood about yourself, once you write it, मैं आपको एक custom made plan भेजूंगी कि this is what needs to be done. And with that, of course, I should be able to help you. Now this was it. This was my attempt to, in a very subtle and in a very comical way, tell you कि हम लोग कहाँ हैं, कितना और push करने की ज़रूरत है, and all things around it. Also, one more exciting news that is coming up, guys. Our boot camps are starting. The next slide will have all the details of the boot camp. Please stay tuned and please make sure अगर आपके nearest city में हो रहा है boot camp, so आप उसको definitely attend कर रहे हो, because boot camp में जितना ज़्यादा enrichment मिलता है, value addition मिलता है, there it is unmatchable, it is unbeatable. When you sit in a room all aspiring for the same title that you are aspiring for, that's where the actual pressure comes up. अभी तक तो हम लोग को लग रहा था बस सब चल रहा है. जब इतने लाइक माइंडेड लोग एक जगह आते हैं और सब के सब एक ही पोजीशन के लिए लड़ रहे होते हैं, that's where the real drag race happens. Make sure that you feel it, you live it, and you experience it so that you know where, what, and what, what thing, big thing are you actually preparing for. I hope this video came out to be very helpful to you. You know the drill. Please hit the like button if you like it, share it with other like-minded friends, and I will come once again next time with another quirky video like this, telling you, motivating you, inspiring you, pushing you, doing all sorts of things that I can as a faculty so that you have no reason to ever feel that you were lacking any of this while your preparation streak was going on. That's going to be it. Have a great day. The next slide will have all the information around the boot camp. Please stay put, and I'll see you guys next time.